This is the Brave New Coin Crypto Conversation, hosted by Andy Pickering.
Hi everyone, Andy Pickering here. I'm your host and welcome to the Crypto Conversation, a Brave New Coin podcast where we talk to the people building the future in the Bitcoin, blockchain and cryptocurrency space. My guest today is Xiao Xiao. Xiao is the investment director at HashKey Capital, launched in 2018. HashKey Capital manages over 1 billion in assets, and they operate, I believe, out of Hong Kong and Singapore, China, and also have a presence in US and Japan. Welcome to the show, Xiao.
Thanks, Eddie, to having me. And hello, everyone. This is Xiao from HashKey Capital. Happy to talk with Eddie and talk about the home market or HashKey Capital here.
Awesome. Hey, well, it's really cool to have you on the show. I think to begin with, Xiao, let's do what we do at the beginning of the show. Could you please just introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your personal background and the lead up to working at HashKey Capital?
Sure. My experience and my background is mostly in equity investment or PE, VC, M&A. I started my career in multinational advertising and media group, one of the top four. I was doing strategic investment and M&A there. And I also worked for a French PE firm for growth stage venture investment. And my last experience in traditional world was in the VC arm of an Asia-based manufacturing giant. But although their main business is manufacturing, but our team mainly focus on digital economy investment, including FinTech, digital identity, consumer, cybersecurity, etc. That was where I got to know about blockchain and crypto and all this stuff. We invested in some quite good companies like DCG or Galaxy or other like identity solutions providers. That dates back to later 2017, which is a big bull market for crypto. And at that time, I decided to all in this space. So I joined one of the top crypto exchanges as a researcher because I thought doing research could be the maybe the fastest way to learn about the whole industry and the whole market. So I did all types of research there, including market research, listing evaluation, investment analysis, and also business strategy research, and really got a quite full landscape of the whole industry. Then I was thinking maybe it's a time to go back to investment. And I ended up joining HashKey Capital.
Fantastic. Thank you for sharing, your career path at Xiao. So tell us a little bit about HashKey Capital. And I can see that HashKey Capital, you guys are actually in the news today or yesterday with the announcement of a new investment fund. So we'll talk about that soon. But yeah, what is HashKey Capital?
Sure. Well, HashKey Capital is a blockchain and crypto VC, and our headquarters is in Asia, but we do investment globally. We started to invest in crypto and blockchain space since 2015, but at that time we used another brand, not HashKey, but another brand based in China called Wanxiang. And our first investment is Ethereum, and now, with no doubt, it's the number one blockchain platform, and the token ETH has the second biggest market cap right now. After investing in Ethereum, we've also got a lot of great deals in blockchain platform as well as blockchain infrastructures. And we also provide blockchain technology services to some established companies and China-based companies. But there are several regulatory issues in mainland of China towards crypto. So we move all this business, crypto-related business to Hong Kong and Singapore and set up a new brand called HashKey. So that's where HashKey Capital come from. And since the new brand of HashKey, we've already got 3 funds. And just yesterday, we officially announced the closing of our Fund 3. So since the inception, we've already got around $1 billion AUM. And so far, we've got more than 300 portfolios all over the world. And it's quite distributed. So around 1/3 of our portfolio are come from the US or North America, and 1/3 are in Asia, and 1/3 are from Europe or other like frontier markets. So except for those 3 funds are mainly like venture funds, but we will also come up with liquid investment products as well, maybe on secondary market. So that will be under the regulation framework of Hong Kong and Singapore. Yeah, that's about HashKey Capital.
Fantastic, thank you. And so let's talk about this new fund then. So I believe it's called the HashKey FinTech Investment Fund number 3, 500 million in committed capital, as I understand it. And as we've talked about, this is HashKey's 3rd fund. So tell us what is the aim of the fund? So I understand it is specifically the mandate or thesis is to invest in the infrastructure, tooling, and primitives that will help enable the mass adoption of Web3. Is that correct?
Yes, sure. This fund, why does it called FinTech fund? It's just we continue to use the name of our fund 2. So it's very hard to register other names for blockchain fund. So
yes.
every name are taken. So we continue to use the previous one.
Right.
And the vision for this fund is actually quite similar to our Fund 1 and Fund 2. It's still like promote the adoption of blockchain. But it's a slightly different. Is that in Fund 3, maybe the whole industry is getting more and more mature. So at this stage, there's more opportunity. There are more opportunity in application layer or in middle layer. But for our Fund 1 and Fund 2, since it's still early stage of the whole blockchain industry, so we focused more on infras, like blockchain platform or oracles or other tooling stuff. But I would say our investment focus won't change too much along with different funds. So always 4 big sector. One is in crypto finance world. So in this sector, I would say crypto or token is taken as a new asset class, but the business model of this sector won't change too much compared to traditional financial world. So in this sector, there are such things like CFI services provider or institutional services provider. So like exchange platform or lending or on-off run, etc. And all this business should be operates under clear regulation framework. And on the other hand, we also have we call it crypto native world. So, for example, some application leveraging real blockchain technology or middle layers to serve blockchain developer, or some infrastructures or tooling layers to help bring better user experience or developer experience. So we still divide the whole crypto native space into three layers, and those three layers are also our investment focus. So basically, we can invest in everything related to blockchain and crypto, but there are four main sectors we will split our fund into.
Got it. Got it. And can you talk about a little bit about the clients that you serve at HashKey Capital? Like, can you give us a sense of some of the participants who are contributing capital to these big funds that you guys have?
That's an interesting question. Actually, I would say our clients is our LP, right? So who gives us money, who contribute the money into the fund.
Yes.
And it's interesting that from fund 1 to fund 3, the LP profiles are a little bit different. In fund 1, most of our fund are coming from our founders and our backers, which is Xiao. And fund 2, there's more and more family offices involved. And for our fund 3, there is a lot of like institutional investors. So basically, we got LPs from traditional financial world, like sovereign fund or pension fund, and some smaller financial institutions. And also we got LP from internet sector, or we have several LP which are internet giant, and also we got some LP from vertical industries like gaming industry or other like manufacturing industry. So most of them are from traditional industries, so it's very great to see a trend that those traditional companies or traditional family offices are also looking for synergies in Web3 and blockchain space. So yeah, it's a good trend for both traditional industry and for crypto space, and we will definitely see a deeper merge of these two worlds.
Yeah, it's interesting that you've got such a wide range of LPs, right? And different institutions and family offices, and from both the Web3 world and Web2 world, Xiao. And given that, last year, 2022, was such a volatile, turbulent year in crypto with the collapse of, some fairly big organizations and institutions such as everyone from Three Arrows Capital to Celsius to FTX. And as a result of that, obviously you had a fairly intense market crash, a crypto winter, however you want to characterize it. But do you think, are you saying there's still a lot of an appetite out there amongst these institutions and family offices scattered around the world to effectively deploy new capital still into the market with a longer term view?
Yeah, the short answer is yes. Because all this kind of investor, they're pretty long term.
Yeah.
And I think the short term market fluctuation is not that relevant to their decision making.
Yeah.
So yes, they're still putting money in, and also all the crisis in the past year, I would say give us some lessons. So the whole market would learn some lessons from all this crisis. But to be optimistic, the whole industry will be healthier after all these lessons, and maybe there will be more regulation coming out after this, and people will have the better sense about what is the best conduct, and most importantly, investors or VCs got more sense of being responsible. So even maybe every investment you made could be an endorsement for the company. For example, the FTX, they got almost all types of big names as investor. Well, everyone believes this is a unicorn and this company has a best practice, but how they really run the company and operates clients' assets, nobody knows. So yeah, we got the sense of being responsible. So the retailing user may not have the ability to tell whether it's a trustworthy company, but they may trust these institutional investors. So as VC, we will maybe do due diligence more in details in the future, and I believe other VCs are also think so. So I would say the whole industry, the whole VC sector at least, will getting more and more rational and more healthier. Yeah.
Yeah, one can only hope that is the case. Your title, Xiao, is investment director. Do you want to just tell us a little bit about, I guess, what that means in terms of the kind of things that you'd be doing on a day-to-day basis? Like, are you looking for investment opportunities? Are you going through pitch decks? Are you doing due diligence? Presumably, it's a little bit of all of the above.
Yeah, it's pretty much all about all of the above. And to be investment director, I would say we will take care of all this deal sourcing and due diligence, and sometimes we will do code pitch or do like other types of pitch, and also after we make the investment, we also support the post deal management team and to think about the whole market and think about the niche sector and what we can do to help those portfolios to grow and what synergies we can find between our portfolios or between our portfolios and our partners. And also in terms of fundraising, our own fund raising, we also need to support all this due diligence of our fund. So day-to-day work is like that. And I would say most of our job is talking to the talking to the industry participants, all kinds of participants, including founders, builders, developers, and users. So to better understand the market and to better help the startups and help the founders.
Absolutely. And, love to get a sense, Xiao, of, I don't know, like, can you identify any kind of market or opportunities or niche investment sectors that you think are perhaps underappreciated or undernoticed and might be potentially interesting parts of the market?
Yes, maybe I would for the following year or in midterm, I think middle layers or toolings are not under noticed, but they're quite important because we've already seen a lot of innovative infrastructures like blockchain platforms or interoperability solutions, but the main problem we need to solve the next is how to adopt all this infras or how to leverage all these technologies. So I would say the next opportunity will fall into vertical sectors, maybe. For example, vertical sector of all kinds of infras. For example, data analysis. We've already seen all kinds of tools for data analysis, and all of these platforms are for general purpose. But the next step is to figure out what is the real demand in niche sector or in vertical sector. For example, what kind of data we need to analyze in NFT trading, or what kind of data output we need in gaming sector. So I would say the team who knows best about the real use cases and real business logic, they will win. And also the other point is how's the ability to productize all these services and all these infras. So we've already got this infra, and but some developers they're not very expert in blockchain development. They may be like Web2 developers or traditional developers. So how to onboard those developers into blockchain space? This is the problem we need to solve. So in the next midterm or the next cycle, I would say it's quite important to have some productized infrastructure, like how to make the development experience better, and how to attract more Web2 traditional developers into this space. And the third point is that well, it's quite similar for user end compared to the developer end. So how to attract users from traditional world, and how to make the user experience better, and how to make the product similar to internet apps. I mean the user experience is similar to internet apps. This is the problem we need to solve next. So I would say all this kind of productized and productized services, or the team has the ability to productize all their ideas, this kind of team will win.
Absolutely, Xiao, and yeah, I mean that's definitely one of the key factors required for that next adoption wave is essentially just the UI UX, making it a seamless, as you say, Web2 experience for new entrants into the Web3 market. Maybe just as we start to finish off, Xiao, you talked about the next cycle. I'd love to get a sense of how you and your team at HashKey Capital think about maybe the market at the moment in terms of where we are in the cycle, and when you see the kind of the next cycle beginning. Obviously there's it's a fairly messy macro backdrop which affects things as well, but just any thoughts on where in the cycle we are and what happens next?
Apparently we're at the bottom of the cycle in a deep bear market, and probably the next year, the year of 2023, there won't be many changes. We're still in bull market, and after maybe 1 year of building, when we see some products really in use, they're kind of it's possible to have some changes maybe in the next year. Yeah, and also it depends on the macroeconomy. So how much money on hand of each company, and how is the macroeconomy grow, and also depends on the regulation of the whole crypto market. There will absolutely be some new regulation in the near future, but we don't know when. We don't know the exact what exactly is the time. So yeah, there are some drivers of the whole market.
Yes, indeed. All right. Thank you for that. Let's finish this podcast. Xiao, maybe finish it by telling people where they can go if they want to learn more about the HashKey Group and HashKey Capital. What's the website, and where should they go?
Our official website is capital.hashkey.com, and we have our portfolio listed there and our team listed there. And feel free to reach out if you want to talk or you want to pitch. We have the contact email there. And yeah, basically all the information is on our website. So feel free to look at the website and feel free to reach out.
Awesome. Thank you very much for coming on the show, Xiao. All the best and bye for now.
Okay.
All right, there you go. That was Xiao Xiao from HashKey Capital. And yeah, I mean, fascinating to see. I wasn't super aware of HashKey Capital, but they're obviously, yeah, a big fund, really, over 1 billion in assets under management. Early investor in Ethereum. Obviously, that is going to help anyone who invested early in Ethereum. Well, you will have done well, and of course, the deal flow that flows after that is always going to be good as well. But again, yeah, I mean, fascinating to see they've launched their third fund just in this week, really. What did they call it? The HashKey FinTech Investment Fund 3. It's really more about Web3 than FinTech, but that's just what they call it, as Xiao explained. But 500 million in fresh new capital to be deployed across, well, various blockchain and Web3 initiatives over the year or two ahead, I suppose. So yeah, fantastic to see. Yeah, hey, well, thanks for listening, team. That is today's show. Really just getting into the podcast groove for 2023, over halfway through January. But yeah, I've got a few shows lined up over the next week or so. So yeah, we'll be back in the podcast groove before we know it. In the meantime, don't forget to subscribe to the Crypto Conversation so you know when each new episode drops. But yeah, that's today's show, team. Thank you for listening. Bye for now. This was the Crypto Conversation for Brave and New Kind. See ya.